Warning. Warning. This Bleach chapter is designated as Level 8 fan service material. If you are a fan of da booty, please prepare your tissues and or lotion product and ready yourself to check dat ass. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Tekking here, and you read the title of this chapter, so you know where this is going, even if you don't know where this is going. But I felt it was sort of necessary, not just because of this chapter's fan service quality, but also because it's so close to Valentine's Day, I should institute a very special running gag just for this review. And that's why I have this little guy down here, the arousal meter. It'll keep track of all you dirty otakus out there and how fucking crazy you are over these animated characters. Because as we all know, if you jack off to anime or manga characters, you're a Trump supporter. And hey, I take particular exception to that, okay? I am certainly not a Trump supporter, and I jack off to anime for reasons that are entirely my own! So yeah, let's fire this thing up and see what we got so far, although I'm not expecting a really high number since we're just getting started. Holy shit, that thing is high! Wow, guys, I didn't know you felt that way about, I mean, I kind of had a theory, but, you know, it's nice to know that... Oh, wait. You guys might be reacting to one of the images back here. Like, we have Rukia and Nell, of course, and I don't know, Grimjow, Ichigo. Okay, Hashwolf, I'm sure drew the eye to a lot of you. Okay, let's pull it over here. Let's just bring it back over here, and now let's see where that number's at. Aww. Okay, yeah, well, this will be chapter number 662, titled God of Thunder 3. You see how Kubo's spacing out the sequentially numbered chapter titles now, not to make it seem so obvious. I see what you're doing, buddy. I'm on to you. Anyway, so we continue with the bridge being destroyed last chapter when the stone statues attacked Ichigo and his group. However, we don't focus on what was happening there with Chad or Gonju. Instead, we see what's happening directly beneath that bridge. The rubble is falling down right on Askin Naklevar, who's just kind of lounging on the ground, looking just... He's just doing it for appearances because he states that he's still very far from death, and due to his immunity ability, it's very hard, if not impossible, for him to die. Also, I want to say something about Askin. You know, a lot of times when you have characters that... I don't know if he would be functionally immortal, but he's very hard to kill, if nothing else. But a lot of times you have characters like that, they always go around grueling like, he's like, oh man, I wish I could die. This immortal life of mine has seen too much. You know, it's not like he's all emo like that. Like, come on, Yoruichi, I want you to kill me. He clearly wants to live. It's just kind of, he seems like mildly annoyed by it. He's like, didn't die again this time. Oh, whatever, okay, let's see what's going on with you. So Askin begins to get up slowly and is quite surprised by the fact that not only is she still conscious, but that she's still able to talk at all. After all, you've been blasted with a reishi oxygen nitrogen hybrid gift ball. Gift ball, of course, meaning just poison ball in German, but so... Reishi, oxygen, and nitrogen. For those of you that don't know, oxygen and nitrogen make up the primary components in the air that we breathe, in the atmosphere. I mean, there's other stuff thrown in there too, like some argon and shit, but it's mostly just nitrogen and oxygen, so, and plus the reishi. So, Askin has just effectively made pretty much everything around Yoruichi toxic to her, and she's still able to stand. Like, breathing the air is literally killing her. Just being around this area with all this reishi, like, that's the exact same thing he did with Ichigo in the group. He made the reishi poisonous, and that's what dropped them to her knees, but he's going the extra step with Yoruichi, and he's standing there just like, holy shit, you're one tough cookie. And Yoruichi thinks, like, he's just playing with her, like, oh, all you could do is just raise the lethal dosage and I could die, but you're sitting here playing with me. And Askin's like, oh, no, you got it wrong. Yeah, I'm trying my very best here. I'm certain if it was anyone else, you'd be dead. See, here's the thing. I can't tell if he's being sarcastic. Askin's one of those characters with his personalities, like, you really don't fucking know. You know, because with his power, we've given it, like, there's really not any major limits in terms of, like, the upward angle of the death-dealing power. Like, if he wanted to, he could just be like, oh, okay, well, this much oxygen doesn't kill you? Okay, I'll just raise the lethal dosage to this much. Oh, that didn't do it? How about this much? You know, he could just keep on raising it to absurd levels. Or so maybe there is a cap. Maybe there is a roof or a ceiling that he just can't raise his power more, and then Yoruichi's just maxed out. She's just so tough, she's resisting it. Then again, he could just be fucking playing with her. He could kill her anytime he wanted. It's Askin just being Askin. So Yoruichi's trying to assess the situation. She looks over to see what state Yushiro's in. He's on the ground, panting for breath, bleeding from the mouth, eyes glossed over. Looks like he's fading in and out of consciousness.
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is...
Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that the most glorious Valentine's Day card you could ever hope to get? Yeah, so Yoruichi comes to the brilliant conclusion that Yushiro's not in a really good state right now, and that she can't use any of her keto in order to heal him because she's in, you know, not looking too good either. So Askin just looks at her and just kind of kneels down and just like, hey, look, it's useless. You know, I don't know what you're trying to figure out here, but basically you're good as dead right now. And no matter what you try at this point, I'm fully confident I'll be able to stay one step ahead of you. Alright, I just want to bring this up here for a second, okay? In case you guys just aren't getting the glory that is Askin Naklevar, Stern Ritter D. This guy has been able to take out Ichigo, the main character of this series, and Yoruichi. I know he also took out Chad, Orihime, Yushiro, whatever, but the two major ones, Yoruichi and Ichigo, are pretty damn high-tier fighters in this universe. Askin was trying to take out. Askin managed to take out. You know, if Yoruichi didn't show up, and if Askin's personality was a little bit different, then Ichigo would be dead. And Yoruichi would be dead in this situation if his personality was just a little bit different, because honestly, all he has to do at this point is just walk the fuck up to Yoruichi, put a fucking high-league file right in her goddamn mouth, and just poof, there, that's all he has to do. But he doesn't do it. That's just not the kind of dude he is, and I respect that. I believe that's what you would call a true lethal dose. Wouldn't you say, Shiho and Yoruichi? Looks like it. Oh, I know that snide tone! You know what's coming next, ladies and gentlemen? Looks like you got your ass stuffed full of a lethal dose from where I'm sitting, Yoruichi. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! That's what I'm talking about! Urahara! Urahara fight! Okay, I'm just gonna say it now, before we all just, yeah, I'm sure you're commenting it already. In this fight, it's probably very likely we're going to get to see Urahara's Bankai. I'm pumped, I'm sure you're pumped, so... You know, I mean, it could go a different direction, but going with the, you know, the setup we've had so far with, you know, this is probably going to be Urahara's, you know, coup de grace fight in the Bleach universe. Like, for example, I don't see Shunsui having a fight after this. Or a major fight, like, on the same level of Lilia after this. I think Shunsui's pretty much done. You know, same thing with Mayuri. So if this is truly going to be Urahara's, like, final fight in the series, his big epic battle, then we're most likely going to see his Bankai, and, I'm pumped for that. But that's for later. Let's just continue where this is right now, with, Urahara staring directly at Yoruichi's ass. Oh, damn, that's smart. Although I think Urahara got off a little bit easy, you know, because him and Yoruichi kind of know each other. Usually, if you get freaking kicked by Yoruichi right in the jaw, you're not going to live to tell about it. You're not just going to die. I mean, you're going to get, like... I think what happened to the last guy Yoruichi kicked, I think he got hit so hard he got turned into a ghost story. Yeah, legend has it if you say his name 3 times in a mirror in a Brazilian nightclub, he will appear and take his vengeance out on the world. Anyway, yeah, so he's on the scene, Urahara, he's just acting just as cash as ever, you know, with some banter with Yoruichi. Askin looks over at him and he's like, he knows right away who he is, as he should! Urahara Kisuke, if I'm not mistaken. Yet another headache comes falling into my lap. So yeah, Urahara just whips out the fan, he's just like, oh, pleased to make your acquaintance. Askin brings up the fact that apparently, you know, Yuha warned him of Urahara, that, you know, Urahara is one of the war powers, which I think everybody should have figured that at this point as well, you know, even though we didn't know two of them, you know, because up to this point it was Ichigo, Kenpachi, and Aizen. We're actually going to find out all the war powers in this chapter, which is something really cool. But we kind of always figured Urahara had to be on there. Like, if Urahara is not one of the war powers, Kubo, you're not doing something right. Urahara's response to that's basically just like, oh, I'm flattered. I hope I can live up to these exaggerated expectations preceding me. Right, Yoruichi? God damn it. I want everyone to realize Urahara and Yoruichi have had sex before. Alright, I want you to picture this, because this has most certainly happened multiple times before. Alright, now, yeah, I mean, we all love Urahara, but I think that's one reason why we can all hate him. Yeah. Alright, so this is just how freaking awesome Urahara is. Just by slapping Yoruichi's ass one time, he was able to completely negate the effects of the death dealing, launching Yoruichi back at full power. That is the magic that is Urahara. How the hell were you able to do that? Bitch, because I'm Urahara Kisuke, maybe? So I guess while Yoruichi's flying up into the air to, you know, activate her abilities again, you know, Askin's just kind of looking up and trying to figure out what the fuck just happened, as one would have to do. So he starts to think about all the different war powers, and this is where we finally get a list. So basically the war powers, the reason they were selected, and keep in mind, the war powers have not been mentioned for a long time. I think the last time they were mentioned was when you had Latato and the Stern Ritter clique fight against Ichigo. Like, she mentioned them like, oh, that's Ichigo. He's the head of the war powers. Just, you know, make sure you take care with fighting him. That was the last time it was mentioned. It was funny, too, because at the beginning of this arc, that was like something really big, like, ooh, the 5 war powers. Who are they, you know? Are they characters we haven't met yet? You know, that was a big deal back then, but after a while, it feels like Kubo just kind of stopped mentioning them. But anyway, so to become a war power, you basically have to have a quality that is unusual enough that they are classified as an unknown variable. So basically, it's not just about fighting strength or how powerful you are, although it necessarily could be, conceivably, but not necessarily. It's just like you have one aspect of your being that is either unknown or cannot be measured or is so vast that it demands special attention. So here are the 5 war potentials, as well as the special quality that makes them such. Keep in mind, Yuha is the one that designated these 5 war powers. Yuha decided that these abilities from these characters were so either immense or unknown that they demanded to be taken care of in special caution, that they're like the turning points of this war. So here they are. Ichigo Kurosaki and his latent ability. Oh, damn it, I stubbed my toe again. Orihime, can you heal me, please? I'm that smarts. Okay, Kurosaki-kun. Kenpachi Zaraki and his fighting strength. Hey, is anyone gonna let me out of this tin can? I want to cut something up. Oh, damn it, I'm just gonna cut myself up then. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Ichibe Hyosubi and his wisdom. Huh. Maybe I should have used that giant dark shrine thing at the beginning of my fight with Yuha. Huh. Yeah, that probably would have been the way to go. Aizen Sosuke and his Reiatsu. 3 million bottles of beer on the wall, 3 million bottles of beer. You take one down, you pass it around. Someone let me out of this goddamn chair already! And Urahara Kisuke rounds out the war powers for his unknown means or his strategy. This guy is so skilled at coming up with plans that Yuha decided that you have to pay special attention to him because, as Askin puts it, no matter what plan they cook up, no matter how crazy or convoluted or how, you know, foolproof it may seem, you know, he is the variable strategist of perpetual adaptation. No matter what we try, he will always figure out a way around it. And he just thinks to himself, oh man, I'm just getting caught in so many freaking headaches today. And then we get the title page of the chapter, which of course, as we're going with the theme, is Yoruichi's ass. Yeah, you know, why don't even go the extra mile with it, Kubo? Just stick a freaking tattoo right there. We go. That just makes it all better. Also, Yoruichi, I know that's part of her outfit. That's not like her underwear. Yoruichi wearing underwear. But yeah, it's part of her like her assassin outfit, you know. But looks like it's riding up pretty badly there. It just looks a little bit painful. But yeah, so she runs into the sky and she asks Urahara, you know, what exactly did he inject into her ass to make her, you know, immune to the death dealing? And Urahara's like, oh, well, it was just this drug I whipped up in kind of like quick notice, so it's not going to last very long. And you're not at 100% though. And she just asks him really quickly, okay, how long do I have? And he's like, about 5 minutes. He's like, oh, that's plenty. Shunko Raijin Senkei. That's right, Yoruichi. Use that power that Askin is completely immune to, and therefore you're just burning out more reactions Natsu for no reason. Yeah, that's like the one problem I have with this chapter. Otherwise, it's great. You know, you have Urahara showing up, you got Yushiro about to pass out and die on the sidelines, you have Yoruichi's ass as the title card. What more do you want? Anyway, Urahara stops her, I would assume for reasons that are obvious to everyone, but no, he simply asks her, come on, let's do it. Okay. I know I said I would never do this again, but given, you know, it's close to Valentine's Day, Lover's Day, and we have this chapter, and we have Urahara saying this line, so I feel kind of obligated at this point, so fuck it, let's do it. Tekking101 reads fanfiction. Cue up the porn music again. Oh yeah. Kisuke. His lips felt her breast, and they traveled downwards. His tongue started to play with her Yoruichi started to buck her hips as she felt herself starting to climax. Kisuke, I can't take it anymore. I need you inside of me right now. Right, of course. As you probably have figured already, Urahara's not talking about getting his freak on. No, instead he's simply asking for Yoruichi to undergo a certain transformation. I wonder what such a transformation could be. Now, probably the first thing that popped into your head when you thought of Yoruichi transforming is going back into her black cat form. However, that's pretty much removed immediately for the simple fact of there's probably no way that a little black cat is going to be able to take down Askin. And also for the fact that she seems very against doing this transformation. She says that I'm never of my own free will going to turn into that disgusting, half-cocked, and undignified form again. Now, it's very clear that she didn't mind transforming into a cat. You know, she even suggested Orihime a few, I think back in chapter 589, when they were heading to the Soul Palace, it's like, I could turn back into a cat whenever I want. So it's clear that she's not against it. This is another form altogether that we haven't even heard of before. And I'll say, right after I thought about the cat idea, something else popped into my mind. Remember back in Turn Back the Pendulum when Yoruichi and Byakuya, they were having their little conversation there, it's Yoruichi showing up and shoving Byakuya right in her boobs, but that's how that goes. Anyway, yeah, she said, Byakuya called her a werecat. Like, you damn werecat, get out of here, and they were just kind of playing around. That's how they played tag. Now, at first when he said werecat, I just assumed, like, oh, that's because she can turn into a cat. But actually, the reason he said that is hinting at, like, a completely new transformation that fits the were prefix a lot better, because when someone says is a werewolf, it's a human-wolf hybrid, like a wolf that can stand on all fours, and yeah, we're gonna see where this is going, but I just want you to keep that in mind there, a little bit of a foreshadowing. Well, anyway, yeah, so Yoruichi is against it. However, Urahara states that, oh, that's unfortunate, I might have to give you just a little bit of a nudge. No, there's a limit to how much 70s porn music I can use in one video. Let's give an update on the arousal thing again. Yeah, that's about right. I would expect no less. Anyway, though, they get interrupted by Askin shooting one of his arrows directly at them, right between them. Actually, Askin standing there just like, aw, damn, course I'd miss. It's too late now, Askin. They've already alluded to Yoruichi having a badass, transformation. Urahara's there. I'm sorry, buddy. You're one of my favorite characters, but I don't think you're going to come out of this unscathed. Granted, you're going to have a kick-ass fight. We still have to see your release, but I'm just saying, the odds are stacked against you, buddy. Anyway, Yoruichi tries to attack him just in her traditional Senkei state, but Askin mentions that even though you're able to move around, you're clearly not at full power, you're still suffering the effects of my gift ball, so he just kind of punches her right in the freaking baby maker, and that drops her to her knees again, and states that, this is pretty much the end here, because I gotta move on to Urahara. So Yoruichi's on the ground, writhing in pain, as she looks up and sees Batman change back into Bruce Wayne. No, not Batman, sorry, Urahara. Yeah, Urahara's standing over in some rubble, and he has the little expression on his face I fucking love. He holds up just a little piece of paper that says, as soon as I peel this off, you'll transform. No. Yes. Kisuke, you motherfucker, don't you dare. I'm gonna do it. Don't you do it. I'm gonna do it. You peel off that piece of paper and I'm never having sex with you again. Jeez! What's with the freaking explosions? I mean, I know it's kind of standard, it's manga, but how many times in like the past 20 or so chapters have we seen big-ass explosion revealing awesome new form? I mean, really, it just seems, you know, problematic to have a big explosion when you do your transformation. Everything around you gets wrecked, you know? Whatever. Anyway, let's see what the hell Yoruichi turned into. Yeah, I know, I'm right there with you. Yeah, so anyway, Yoruichi turns into a sexy lightning cat girl with her tongue sticking out, with lightning coming off of it, and claws and paws and a tail, and it looks like a lightning G-string. Oh my god, that's too sexy! Why is it... Okay, so is Yoruichi an otherkin? That actually is probably... I mean, I've seen allusions like, you know, oh, she's a Thundercat. No, well, no, in that case, you know, her versus Chitara blows Chitara out of the water. But in terms of it, she's otherkin, right? Okay, lightning cat, otherkin, whatever, it's cool. I'm fine with it. All right, so, yeah, a couple of things about this. Number one, that makes this panel make more sense now. You know, a couple chapters back when she was using her Senkei ability directly, I should say Raijin Senkei. If I say Senkei, it makes me think of Byakuya instantly. But, you know, Raijin Senkei, you had her hair turn up into the cat ears, and I thought that was just like a design on Kubo's part, you know, just to kind of make her look cool. But I gotta give Kubo credit. That was some major foreshadowing. I'll give credit where credit is due. That was a pretty damn clever move to do that and tie it back into this. So I think this is the were-cat formation, I'll just call it, or were-lightning cat, or something like that, that maybe Byakuya was referring to back in the day. How she turned into this right now, I'm assuming she maybe always had the potential to turn into this, and, like, by herself, but when Urahara injected something into her ass, he made it so that he could manipulate her form at will, you know, kind of like how he made that bracelet for Nell, how he was able to make her change forms just for the bracelet. Maybe he did something similar here with Yoruichi, like he can manipulate her form now at will, and now she turned into it. Now, the reason why she might not want to turn into it is not just because of the appearance, but the way she described it. And Yoruichi's never one with a lot of scruples, you know? You see how she dresses. You see how she acts, you know? She's not one to be, like, you know, shy or reserved, you know? So I think the reason she didn't want to turn into this form is maybe not necessarily because, you know, she has the tail and she gets all the lightning and everything. I think it's because it seriously alters her personality. Like, she's going to be like a completely different person now in this form. You know, maybe that's why she was against it. You know, I have some theories on what kind of personality she's going to have. I do not need to state them because I'm sure we are all thinking about them at the moment. But, yeah, so that was a really kick-ass Bleach chapter. I'm pumped. I love it. I love it. You know, people have been saying, Tekking, you act like you hate Bleach the last few chapters. It's like, well, you know, they haven't been the best chapters. Let's be honest here, guys, all right? It was mostly the Uryu thing that I was raging about, you know. But I'm glad we got a break from that, and we're moving back to Askin. You know, I'm assuming this is where we're going to stay on the fight. You know, we got all the setups, and now we're going to stay on the Askin fight, and then maybe back to Gerald, and then maybe back to what's actually going on with Uryu and then the main group. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys were disappointed we didn't get any Chad this week. I know a lot of people were pumped for Chad. I know Black Tekking was pumped for Chad. By the way, I need to make a reference to that in the near future. I'm going to do that. You know, I'm just, you know, kind of busy right now, schedules and whatnot, but there will be, I have to address Black Tekking. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. What are your thoughts on the new form Yoruichi sporting? What hidden abilities it holds? Maybe she used it in the past, you know, like before Turn Back the Pendulum to defeat some enemy, and then she was like renowned in the Soul Society. She was able to do this. Probably ties back maybe to the Beast Realm in some way because of her cat appearance. And hey, maybe it's like the humanization technique with Komamura. Maybe not the same exact way, because Komamura was like a full-on werewolf, were-fox, were-dog thing, and he was able to turn into a human. Yoruichi was always a human and can turn into, like, you know, she clearly has animalistic features like a tail and the ears, but she's not all full-on cat, you know, like, you know what I mean? So maybe she's part of, like, the Beast clan in some way. It's just, like, different than Komamura, or maybe, like, each clan has a different humanization technique that they utilize. Maybe something like that. So, yeah, I know I love the chapter. I know you probably did, too. And guys out there, guys, listen to me. Just, guys, it's okay. It's normal. All right? It lowers blood pressure, it helps you sleep. It's perfectly natural to do it. This is awkward, isn't it? Well, I know how to make it more awkward if that helps. Oh, Kisuke, she managed to say between her heavy breathing. Faster, faster, Kisuke. He wasn't at the speed that she wanted. You know, that's the one thing that you might be able to defeat Yoruichi on in terms of speed is you know, when you're in bed with her and you happen to come a little bit short-handed, you know what I'm talking about here? Yeah, that's the one place you can maybe beat the Goddess of Flash in terms of speed.